Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mick Olofsson on the mic tonight, and we are live from Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. It is week number 11 in the EFRL Truck Series. We had a great battle here last night with the Cup cars. These guys are looking to do it again in the trucks tonight. So Richmond is 0.72 miles. The first race was won here in 1953, Lee Petty. They did not run under the lights here at Richmond until 1964. So this track has seen some of the greatest racers in NASCAR history. And probably some of the most epic battles. For those of you who are old enough to remember, like I am, the race where Dale Earnhardt Sr. wrecked Texas Terry Labonte for the win. Probably not one of the moments he's proudest moments for him. There was also when Kyle Busch wrecked Dale Jr. at this track going for the win. It cost them both a good finishing position. So we will see some great side-by-side racing here tonight. It'll be exciting to see. Tire wear is going to be a factor. Fuel, not so much. Definitely tires. It's a big D-shaped oval by the look you can see on our graphic right now. The banking in the turns is 14 degrees, 8 degrees on the start-finish line. Not a whole lot of banking, but it is a very fun track to race at. Dan says he's terrible here. I was in that same boat last night. I was just happy to finish only one lap down. Alright, let's jump on board and we'll go over some of our point standings. We'll let practice wind down and we'll go over the point standings during qualifying here. On the ticker tonight we got a little bit of a different arrangement. So the drivers that are in green are the ones that are in the top 12 positions in the championship standings. Josh Fox, the only driver in blue, is our points leader coming into tonight. The two drivers that are in yellow are right on the bubble, looking to gain a couple spots and race their way in. Counting tonight, we only have 3 races left before we start the chase for the Truck Series. Alright, let's go over our points. Sitting up in first with a commanding lead, Josh Fox, 450 points. Nick Fuller is the closest behind him with 401. Then the points get pretty tight. Dean DeMur in that 41 truck is only a couple points back. Frank Hughes in 5th. Tyler Aspinall in 5th. Tyler won last night in the Cup Series. Wayne Lowe in 6th. Will Cloud in 7th. Daniel Park in 8th, only 1 point ahead of Zachary Thornton. Austin Green in 10th with 330 points. Dominic Hughes with Misfit Toys at 329 and 11th. Justin Hughes in 12th with 322. But right on that bubble, we got Donnie Bartlett just 1 point back with 321. Landon Lacey, who's been on a tear in the Truck Series, is right on the bubble for getting into the playoffs. He did miss a couple races early on, but he looks like he might make those up and still be a contender. In 15th place, we got Mr. John Bartlett. 16th, we got Paul Irvin. Matt Cochran in 17th. William George in 18th. Oh, this thing is going to be the death of me tonight. Alright. In 19th, we got Mr. Joe Darnell. In 20th, we got Michael Sparks. 21st, Dustin Carroll. Stoney Benfield in 22nd. Brian Lorenzo in 23rd. Dean Qualley in 24th. Forrest Smith. Daniel Jerza. James Coy. Daniel Sparks. Lee Krause. Jesse Adams. And Neil Rutt rounding out the top 31. And then some of these other boys haven't made very many races. We got Larson Parker. Brandon Dunsford. Bryn George. Greg Froelich. Ollie Reeves, Michael Steele, Trevor Olson, Dwayne Kernahan, Dylan Dunsford and Cody Kepner. For our team points, Misfit Toys is on the top with 1106. Dakfu Enterprise and Far North Motorsports in third. Alright, Landon Lacey once again sitting on the front row. 22.33. Dean Demers right behind him. Then we got Thornton and Fox. And Frank Hughes rounding out our top 5 for qualifying so far. Some of these guys that aren't real confident might opt to start in the back. We saw that last night and it worked out well for quite a few guys. Will Cloud jumps up to 4th. Tyler Aspinall lays down his first lap, coming home in 9th. You can hear how long he's off that throttle, bringing it right down next to the line. He improves his time a little bit up to 6th. Alright, it looks like we got 18 guys who have decided to set down some quick times. So we got 5 drivers who have not laid down any times as of yet. Hey Dean, buddy, how you doing? Hey Connor, thanks for liking the stream, buddy. You know, Connor, after watching the dirt race last week, Dean Qualley says we need to get you on asphalt. We do have the late model stock series going to be starting up on Tuesdays if you're interested. That will be mid-summer time when we get that off the ground and rolling, when we start with all of our new series. Wayne Lowe says he's a huge fan. A fan of you? Of you, Neil? Alright. Drivers are starting to grid up. Let's go over our starting row. Alright, starting on the front row, we got Mr. Landon Lacey. Dean Demers beside him. Starting in row number 2, we got Zachary Thornton and Will Cloud. Starting in row number 3, Paul Irvin and Tyler Aspinall. Row number 4, Josh Fox and Frank Hughes. Row number 5, we got Mr. Neil Rudd and Jesse Adams. In row 6, we got Matt Cochran and Justin Hughes. Wayne Lowe going to be starting off in P13. P14, we got Dominic Hughes. Kyle Lingerfelt starting in 15th, making his return to the EFRL Truck Series. Nick Fuller in 16th. Cody Kepner in 17th. In 18th, we got Dustin Carroll. 19th, we got Mr. Drew Trader. In 20th, Joe Darnell. In 22nd, Daniel Park. Daniel's already spoken up in chat saying he's not feeling very comfortable at the track tonight. Austin Green in 22nd and Donnie Bartlett in 23rd. Donnie is another one of our drivers who is right on that bubble. Needs to make up a couple spots tonight. Looks like Landon Lacey missed the start of the race. Yes, he did. So that will move Zach Thornton up to the inside front row. Put him on the pole position to go green. Oh, Zach Thornton blinking out a little bit there. Zach Thornton doing his ghost impersonation. He disappeared on us. Hey, well, we appreciate that. Thanks, Wayne. Good luck tonight to all the drivers. We will be going green next time by. Because it's a short track, they do run 2 laps under pacing. Alright, we're coming out of turn number 3. Going to the green, pace car dives in.
Green flag.
Coming out of turn number 4, the 35 and 41. Corner number 1 entry looks pretty good. See if our digger cam gets run over here. Ooh, pretty close right there. Side by side, still for the lead between the 35 and 41. Thornton down low, 41 of Demur up high. Demur able to get position on that high side. Will Cloud coming up into third, followed by Tyler Aspinall. My ticker is saying that Landon Lacey is out of the event. Must have failed a pre-race inspection. Car got DQ'd. Thornton right on the bumper. Ooh, disappearing for a second. Currently on with Matt Cochran in that number 4 truck. Right on the edge of the top 10 currently. Cody Kepner in that number 78 truck. Guys are lining up pretty much nose to tail so far. Frank Hughes, Josh Fox battling up for that 6th place position. With only 3 races left counting tonight, every point these guys get is going to be important. The race that's really going to be a deciding factor is the one right before the chase starts, as these boys are going to go take on some dirt racing at Eldora. Next week they're off. They're at Charlotte the following week and then Eldora. Landon Lacey has joined the race. Currently 6 laps down. That's a huge deficit to try to make up for Landon. That will cost him dearly. He would need a lot of cautions to get back on the lead lap. Demur and Thornton continuing to set the pace up front. The field has spread out over half the track currently. A lot of racing everywhere we look. Thornton right on the bumper of the 41 truck was looking a little high in that last corner. You see him about a half a lane off the bottom as they entered. Just peeking the nose out there a little bit to that high side. Oh, now that I like. Jesse Adams and the number 55 Oreo truck, one of Dale Jr.'s old paint scheme from way back when. That's a beautiful looking truck. Jesse currently up into that number 9 position. Not a whole lot moving going on so far. Donnie Bartlett's up 5 positions in that 21 truck right behind the 09 of Mr. Daniel Park. Daniel driving the All the Dirt Special here tonight, painted up by Falcon Graphics. Our other big movers so far of the race, Mr. Drew Trader in the 89 truck. This is only the second race for Drew in the EFRL Truck Series, so welcome, Drew. Yeah, not much movement going on anywhere else on the track. Mr. Wayne Lowe in that 04 machine, he's up a couple positions. Along with teammate Dominic Hughes is up a couple positions, sitting currently in 12th. Thornton continues to try to chase down the 41 of Demur. He's lost a little bit of ground, but I wouldn't put it past Zach to be conserving tires already. Zach is one of those big picture guys, and he knows what it takes to make it to the end and get the most out of his equipment. Talking to the teams before the race, they said they could go what looked like 60 laps on fuel, but their speeds fall off considerably as the tires go away a lot by lap 20 on a run. They do have 3 extra sets of tires, so they could break this into 3 stops. So we could see our earliest stop at around, oh wow, easy for me to say, right around lap 30. Be interesting to see if someone decides to short pit on the fuel runs just to get that extra time, because when they come back out, they will be seconds faster than the guys who are staying out on old tires. And when you do that, you will make up a lot of ground, but you also have to be super careful because you're going to have fresh tires and be a lot faster, and that's when cautions start to happen. The field is currently stretched out over 3/4 of this racetrack. If you are tuning in on YouTube tonight, you want to chat with us, you do have to subscribe. We appreciate anyone that does subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, so if you want to chat, give a shout out to your favorite driver, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. On Twitch, if you want to go ahead and give a like and give a follow, share our stream wherever you want. We always appreciate the extra exposure. The drivers appreciate it too. Donnie Bartlett still chasing down the 09 of Park, but he is up 5 positions from where he started. jump on board with last night's winner, the 92 truck of Tyler Aspinall. Tyler is currently in 5th place, right in front of our points leader, Josh Fox, and last year's Truck Series champion. If you are looking for a place to race, EFRL is the place. We have 4 nights of racing action. Monday nights currently we're running the Gen 6 Cup cars with the Falcon Graphics Cup Series. Tuesday night we have the EFRL Truck Series. Wednesday night you can watch the 4 Cloak Media Next Gen Series on SRTV right here on YouTube. On Thursday nights we get down and dirty with some pro late models with the Falcon Graphics Pro Late Model Series. We have some new and exciting news coming up for next season. We're starting to make plans for that. If you want to join our Discord, the link is in the description of the show. We put out a huge announcement yesterday right before the race, so please check that out. If you're looking for a place to race, nice clean drivers, we've built up a pretty nice family here, a lot of good friends. These guys race 3-4 nights a week, some of them all racing together. We enjoy having everybody around. Currently, these guys have dropped off a second from their fastest lap earlier. Tyler Aspinall's last lap was a 23:34. His fastest is a 22:35. Matt Cochran has dropped off a second and a half. He's down to a 24:03. 78 truck is in the pits. Kepner. These guys coming out with fresh tires is going to make this race get very interesting very quick. So these guys with faster tires will be a lap down, but they will come through like a shot from a gun. Matt Cochran moving up high. The 93 truck of Dustin Carroll looking to get underneath them as they head into turn number 1. I mentioned just a minute ago, Matt is a second and a half slower than he was on fresh tires. He's losing a couple positions. Gonna lose one more there to Mr. Kyle Ingerfeld. Ooh, we got a truck in the wall. Saw some dust kick up back there. Everybody's keeping it going the right direction though. .35 laps into this event. No caution so far. Every lap has been led by Mr. Dean Demers up front. He's got a 2 1/4 second lead over second place. Zachary Thornton. Will Cloud currently sitting in 3rd. Paul Irvin is up to 4th. 4.5 seconds back. Tyler Aspinall rounds out the top 5. Tyler's blinking out just a little bit on us. Ooh, one came right at the camera there coming out of turn number. Looking at the front windshield of the number 51 truck of Mr. Paul Irvin, you can see the 48 truck up there in the distance. Just a little, about a second off. Gives you a little better view and actually see what the driver's looking at. Right down next to that line, Zach Thornton has entered pit lane. Watch Mr. Thornton's pit stop here. I'm imagining he's going to get 4 tires, fuel, and he'll be out the door. Right side's up, back down. Down and away. This is pit road speed here is pretty slow. You do have to be very careful not to speed. Thornton will be coming back on the track, but he's going to be coming back in 21st. Tyler Aspinall's got a little bit of right side damage to his truck entering pit road. If you want to get some cool Tyler Aspinall merch, go to 213simware.com. Thornton getting around the 41 of Dean DeMur. You guys are putting on a great battle so far tonight. Alright, we are back. Sorry for that. I had little technical difficulties there. My ticker was saying Tyler Aspinall crashed, but I couldn't find him due to his blinking. So we are currently riding online with Mr. Josh Fox in that Falcon Graphics painted machine. Probably one of the coolest trucks I've seen in a long time. Also happens to be sponsored by All the Dirt. We have 53 laps complete out of 120, and only a handful of trucks have pit. Let's see if I can, there it is. Currently in 16th, Demur is the first truck that has pit. So our top 15 cars have not pit so far on the track. From all reports pre-race, the max they could go would be 60-61 laps on fuel. It's going to get pretty interesting and pretty busy here on pit road. A lot of times you'll see these guys peel off in smaller groups just so it's not as congested on pit road. Make sure they can find their stalls easily, hit their marks, and not speed. Last week we were talking to Mr. Landon Lacey. He'd won 2 weeks in a row, and behind him both weeks was the 41 of Dean Demur. So on the back of Landon's truck tonight, it says, "Hi, Dean." I gave him a little grief about a friendly rivalry, and he ran with it. That's a beautiful looking black truck. You can see how much faster he is over that 51 truck. He is currently, unfortunately, 7 laps down. He missed the start. I don't know if he was having some connection issues, so he wasn't able to grid, or what was going on there. That could be enough to cost him a spot in the playoffs. He was right behind Donnie Bartlett, and they were going to be battling for that last transfer spot. Donnie Bartlett right on the bubble for the chase. Currently sitting in 15th position. He is up 8 spots from where he started. Donnie has not pitted yet. He's going for the gusto for the fuel run. Will Cloud, our leader, has pit. He is handing over the lead to Mr. Josh Fox in that 90 machine. The truck that is currently right in front of Donnie is at 83 of Hughes. Those guys are the ones that are going to be battling for that last transfer spot. Justin is only 1 point ahead of Donnie, and then Dominic is only a couple points ahead of him. Donnie looking to make a pass on the bottom as they're crossing the start-finish line. 60 laps in. That 89 truck hot on the back bumper of the 21. That is the truck of Drew Trader. We have a massive exit of the track going to pit road. That's going to hand the lead back over to Dean Demur. Followed closely by Zachary Thornton, only 1 second back. This could be a huge shakeup if a caution came out while all these drivers are in the pits. (65, 93, 21) all just went a lap down. Currently, we are showing only 6 trucks left on the lead lap after that cycle of green flag pit stops. Now, these trucks pit at lap 30. They are going to have to pit again by lap 90 or they will be out of fuel. So the guys that are pitting now are just coming out of the pits, should have enough fuel to make it to the end, but those top 5 or 6 cars will not. Well, Cloud might be at the very edge of that because he came in later than everybody else. But Thornton and Demers for sure are not going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. Austin Green pitting now. He was the only truck that hadn't pit yet. And we're going to be down to 4 cars on the lead lap. Irvin on the back bumper of the 41 trying to race his way back onto the lead lap. Donnie Bartlett going to follow him through. Donnie was 2 laps down. He's still currently 1 lap down. Must have had a small hiccup on pit road. Thornton falling back just a little bit. He's up to a 3-second gap. Ooh, the 04 of Wayne Lowe sticks his nose in there, followed by the 61 teammate of Frank Hughes. Wayne Lowe looks like he's getting a little impatient. He wants to go and Thornton is holding him up. Finally able to complete the pass. 61 of Frank Hughes follows him through. The 34 of Neil Rutt. These guys need to catch Dean Demers in order to get their lap back. Josh Fox in the 90 is currently the last truck on the lead lap in 6th position. Dean Demers has a huge lead over the 2nd place truck of Zach Thornton. We see the 78 truck of Kepner going back into pits. Caution out on the speedway. Dustin Carroll. Back that up and see what happened. Coming out of turn 4, loses it. He gets it woed up, but not off the racing surface before the caution comes out. All right. So currently we've only got 6 trucks on the lead lap. That's going to bunch these guys back up. Pretty much guaranteed Demers, Thornton, Aspinall are going to pit again. So that'll give these guys that stayed out right there, that'll give them a wave around when we go 1 to go. Plus we should give the lucky dog to one driver. when we get to 1 to go. Actually, Wayne Lowe may have already gotten that wave around for the lucky dog position. But you can see when you're looking at the ticker, all of the trucks that just put back on the tail end of the longest line that will get the wave around when we get 1 to go. They may actually extend this caution by a lap to give those gentlemen a chance to catch up to the back of the field, so it's less chaotic at the start. Yeah, so that puts us back up to 20 cars currently on the lead lap. Dean Demers is still currently our leader. We'll jump on board so you can see how many vehicles are in front of him. So Dean currently sitting in first. He can't even see the pace car from where he's at currently on the track. All these trucks will get a wave by once we go 1 to go green. That's going to bunch all these guys up, and those ones that are getting the wave around won't get a chance to pit again unless another caution comes out. This is our first caution of the night, 76 laps in. That is an amazing job on a very tough track with very fun to drive trucks. Good job, guys. Justin Hughes in the 03 will be the first truck a lap down once everything gets cycled back around. Alrighty. So we will be at Demers, Thornton, Aspinall, Cloud, Irvin, Fox will be our front 3 lanes. The drivers got the wave around. They're going to hammer down and try to catch back up to the back end of this pack before we come back around and go green. The 41 truck has opted to start on the bottom lane. Zachary Thornton on the high side. The number 92 of Tyler Aspinall will be rolling off in third. Will Cloud in fourth. Pace car dips off. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. The 41 hammers down. Gets a great jump on the 35 of Thornton. Aspinall is going to try to follow him through on that bottom line. Zach Thornton going to try to battle back. Cuts down on the 92. Kind of forces his way down in there. Chops his nose off just a little bit. Knowing Tyler, I'm sure he's not too pleased with that move. Thornton and Demers battling it back out for the lead. Other than when they cycled through pit stops, Demers led almost every lap tonight. Aspinall loses another position to the 48 truck of Will Cloud. He's got Paul Irvin right behind him, followed by Josh Fox, Wayne Lowe, Frank Hughes in that number 61 truck, the 34 truck of Neil Rudd, and rounding out our top 10 tonight, we have the 55 of Jesse Adams. Paul Irvin looking to go low. Aspinall just moves up and lets him go. Oh, 51 truck getting loose. Able to roll it up and saves it. Nice recovery. Oh, a little bumping going on behind them. Accordioned it up. Great driving by Mr. Paul Irvin. Able to save that one. He was sideways in that corner. The 89 truck way down on the apron. He's going back into pit. Irvin continuing to run in the 5th position, followed closely by the number 90 of Josh Fox. Thornton has closed the gap on Dean DeMur. We'll see if he's got anything for him. Dean really hasn't felt hardly any pressure so far this race. Jump on board with the number 65 truck of Kyle Lingerfeld. Said earlier, this is Kyle's return to the EFRL. He ran with us, I do believe it was last season, had a very strong run in the Cup cars. Well, back then it was the ARCA cars on Monday nights. He's missed most of this season so far. He has just opted to come back, and we're happy to have him back racing with us. Making a pass on the 03 truck of Justin Hughes. Justin is a lap down, unfortunately, but he is the first truck a lap down, so if another caution does come out, he will get the lucky dog as long as he is not involved. See some damage to the front end of that 04 truck of Wayne Lowe. He got into the back of the 90 truck when they woed up to not run over Paul Irvin when he got loose coming out of the corner. One thing great about these trucks is on a smaller short track like this, that doesn't seem to really affect them much. Paul Irvin looking to make a pass on the number 92 truck of Tyler Aspinall. He's got the low line coming out of turn number 2 as they head down the back straightaway. Losing some ground. He's still got a nose under him as they head into turn number 3. Half a truck length as they on exit. Still half a truck as they cross the stripe. 51 truck takes the position away. See if Aspinall can battle back on that high side. Josh Fox looking to make an advantage of this situation for himself. As they battle side by side, he can inch closer. Aspinall concedes the spot finally. But he hasn't given up. He's right back to the bumper with Josh Fox right behind him. Alright, so our top 7 cars all pit right around lap 74. Everybody should have enough fuel to make it to the end. It's, I guess, going to come down to how much they've beat on those tires and how much time is going to fall off. As you can see, Tyler Aspinall's only had 1 pit stop so far this race. The other top 7 drivers have all pitted twice. Paul Irvin in that Ford truck is starting to spread out the gap between himself and Aspinall, trying to gain on Will Cloud in that 48 truck. Demers has a comfortable lead over Zach Thornton, 1.8 seconds. He's caught past some more lap cars. The 89 of Trader and the 2 of Joe Darnell. Austin Green battling with the 93 truck and the 4 truck for position. 14 truck is a lap down currently. Austin was sitting 10th in points as we came into tonight. Donnie Bartlett up 7 positions, battling side by side with teammate Austin Green. Donnie needs every point he can get to get in front of Justin Hughes. We'll only have 2 races left after tonight. One of those is a dirt race. Now, Donnie does have a little more experience than most of these drivers on dirt because he races in our dirt series on Thursdays with the Pro late models. But these trucks handle nothing like a purpose-built dirt car. 19 laps to go. Dean Demers currently solidly in first place. Zach Thornton in second. Will Cloud in third. The 51 of Paul Irvin in fourth. Tyler Aspinall in fifth. Josh Fox, defending series champion, in sixth. And Josh is also our current point leader by 49 points. Wayne Lowe in seventh, battling with Mr. Fox. Frank using that 61 truck, currently in 8th. Neil Rutt in 9th. And Jesse Adams rounding out the top 10. Jesse took some time off away from online racing as him and his wife had a beautiful baby. So congratulations once again to Mr. Jesse Adams. Thornton has lost second place to Will Cloud. Thornton wasn't able to reel in the leader. Let's see if Cloud's got anything for him. Currently 3 seconds back. Ooh, caution is out. Matt Cochran has crashed. They were 3 wide with the leader underneath them of Dean Demers. Donnie Bartlett way up on that outside line. Ran out of real estate. The 21 and 4 got together. I am amazed at the driving skill of these guys. That could have been disastrous for both the 4 truck and the 21 truck. Great driving by all drivers involved. No damage done to their trucks other than a little superficial body damage. That's not going to hurt anything, and all of our leaders are diving onto pit road. We will see if anybody opts to stay out. Austin Green, I do believe, is going to get a wave around. That will put Austin back on the lead lap. I would imagine to see the rest of these gentlemen pitting. Yep, Donnie Bartlett has entered pit road. Some of these drivers have not. They've opted to stay out. Now, Donnie is going to end up being a lap down because of when the caution came out. Austin Green is now pitting. He did get his wave round, so he will be on the lead lap. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks in front of the leaders that are going to get a wave around when we go back green flag racing. But that means they will not get a chance to pit. Donnie Bartlett is going to be the first truck a lap down the way it looks when we go back to green flag racing. He opted to pit instead of staying out and getting the wave around. Cautions breed cautions. It's a pretty safe assumption that we'll probably get another one. Our leader's doing a 3 wide salute as they come through the corner for us. Alright, we will get the 1 to go this time by. Front row will be the 41 of Demur and the 48 of Cloud. 35 of Thornton and the 51 of Irvin. Irvin was coming on strong late in that run. But all these guys are on even playing ground now. They all have fresh tires, enough fuel. Does anybody have anything for that 41 truck of Dean Demers? He is dominated tonight. Coming out of turn number 4. Pace car dips off. We'll be going green flag racing. 41 is in control. He leads us back to the green flag. 48, Will Cloud drops down low. Dean Demur out to an early lead after that restart. Thornton in the 35 truck, Cloud in the 48 in third place, Paul Irvin in 5th, Josh Fox 6th, Tyler Aspinall has dropped down to 7th. Dean Demur is unstoppable tonight. Six laps to go this time by. Kyle Lingerfeld in his first EFLR truck race in a very long time is up 8 positions to 7th. Tyler Aspinall down to 8th position after that restart. Jesse Adams currently running around in 9th, and rounding out our top 10, we got Mr. Neil Rutt. And they're running side by side behind him with Daniel Park in the 09 and the 83 of Dominic Hughes. Four laps to go. Demur a comfortable lead over Thornton. Thornton's got a good cushion between him and the 48 truck of Will Cloud. Will Cloud's got the 51 truck of Paul Irvin right on his tailgate, along with Josh Fox, our current point leader. 3 laps to go. Caution is out. 3rd time. We are going to have a green-white checkered. Justin Hughes went off the track. We'll see what happened with Justin. Ooh, contact with the 14 truck. Let's back that up just a little bit to see where that all started. Let's get a little different angle on that. See the 14 truck right down next to the apron. Justin Hughes about a lane off. Both making their exit. The 14 truck comes up a lot higher on exit than Hughes does. Hughes goes around. Gonna collect the 4 truck, the 2 truck. See if anybody else is involved in this. Heavy damage to that 4 truck. '78 squeaks by. That is very unfortunate. That will set up our first attempt at a green-white checkered tonight. Demers has proven that he has what it takes on these restarts. We'll see if Thornton has learned anything in the last couple. I'd like to thank everybody that's joined us tonight for this race. Only 3 caution laps on a very tough short track is pretty incredible. These guys have put on a great show. A lot of green flag stops so far tonight. We got 3 attempts at green-white checkered. We'll see if we need them all. Could see some of these guys make some crazy moves when we go back green trying to gain position. Every point counts. We're only 2 laps racing, 2 laps left tonight, after tonight, Jesus, before we head into our playoff situation. Some of these guys are only a point or 2 off the top 12, so we could see some of these guys make some big moves. That looks like it put Donnie Bartlett back on the lead lap. Nick Fuller's back on the lead lap. Joe Darnell on the lead lap. Unfortunately, after missing the start, Landon Lacey is out of this one. That is going to be devastating to his playoff attempt. He was only 15 points behind Donnie Bartlett headed into tonight. Lights are off on the pace car. Next time by, we're going to be mashing that loud pedal. If we make it to the white flag before we crash, that will be the last flag we take before the checkered. These guys are playing a little game of cat and mouse up here while we're under caution. Front 2 rows, we got Dean Demers, Zachary Thornton, Will Cloud, and Paul Irvin. Pace car dips off. Side by side as the exit. 41 mashes the pedal, gets a good jump. 35 of Thornton falls into second. Will Cloud into third. 51 of Irvin into fourth. Ooh, yeah. They were stacking up behind these guys. I was trying to change views because I knew that was going to be a mess. Let's start off with the 61 truck of Frank Hughes. We got Kyle Ingerfelt down on the bottom, Hughes in the middle, Tyler Aspinall on the high side. 65 and 61 touched just a little bit, sending Frank up the track. As he's trying to save it, he comes back down into Neil Rutt. And oh, Lord. Lord, save me. Austin Green went dirty side up on that one. Let's back that up just a little bit more here. Austin Green did a complete 360 up in the air. '14 of Nick Fuller was back there in the wall already. Oh! Stick the landing! Oh, hard into that inside wall. Donnie Bartlett's trying to get woed up. Turns left and gonna make contact with the 61. Oof, everybody. Oh, hit again by the 14 truck. Carnage all over the track. Wow. We are gonna re-rack them and restack them. Try this again. Some of these guys are still in the pits. They're probably going to have some extensive damage. Just try to piece it back together. Get a finish. Thornton's going to get at least one more shot of that 41 truck. We'll see who they attribute that to. Kind of hard to say. It started with the 65 and 61, but then it just escalated from there and collected probably a good close to half the field. Green and Bartlett are both in the pit. That's going to hurt both of them tonight, especially Donnie Bartlett, who was right on the bubble. Lights are off on the pace car. We will be going green next time by for our second attempt at a green-white checkered. Heavy damage to the 15 of Austin Green. He is out. Bartlett's still in the pits. That's not looking good for him. 34 truck of Rutt is still in the pits. Alright, 41 and 35 going to lead us back to the green flag one more time. 41 gets a good jump. Zach right behind him in second. Will Cloud in third. Paul Irvin sending it to the high side. Trying to run that Harry Gant line. Thornton's giving everything he's got, trying to reel in the 41 of Demur. Irvin and Cloud still battling side by side for third. They have taken the white flag one way or the other. It ends. Coming to the line out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 41 of Demur. Thornton, Cloud, Irvin, Fox, rounding out the top 5. Aspinall, Adams, Park, Hughes, and the 93 of Dustin Carroll, top 10. Got a little hectic there at the end, but an amazing race nonetheless. We'll let these boys get lined up for their pictures, and we'll get ready for some interviews. All right, we'll see if Mr. Will Cloud is ready for his interview. Boys need just a minute yet, not in the waiting room. All right, well, we're going to start with our race winner tonight, Dean the Dominator Demur.
How's it going?
Doing pretty good, Dean. You definitely were in a class all by yourself tonight. You led the most laps, led early, led late. I think the only time you weren't in the lead is when you were running your pit stop strategy.
Yeah, man, this feels so good. Oh my goodness, I can't even explain like how good it feels to not finish second. So, uh, man, yeah, Thornton had me worrying there at the end. That's for sure. I don't really know what to say right now, but yeah, those pit stops were wild, man. I almost wrecked the second stop. I was trying to get around lap cars and battling Zach there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, one of the cautions, I do believe, actually, it might have been the first caution, came out right after you passed a couple lap cars and happened right behind you.
Yeah, I want to take partial blame for that because I should have been more patient. I had a big gap to Zach, so but I didn't touch anybody. But I definitely should have been more patient going through traffic. But I just didn't want him to get close and get any ideas.
Well, you finished second to Landon Lacey the last 2 weeks in a row. I'm not sure what happened to Landon on the start. It looked like he missed the grid, and by the time he was able to make it to the track, he was 6 laps down.
Yeah, I think his truck broke. He had to take it back into the garage. But
I was thinking he might have failed tech, but
yeah, with how he's been running lately, it probably did. Yeah, but yeah, it was overall it was a good race. I was really confident about this track, so I'm ready for next week.
we actually were off next week, but then we do head to Charlotte the week after that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, it'd be have a whole week to celebrate then.
But here's the big question. After Charlotte, the last race before we start the playoffs is Eldora. How are you on dirt?
Well, not very good. Somehow I won the Bristol dirt race earlier this season. I believe I beat Landon there. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I'm Bristol dirt is like an equalizer, but I think you'll see the guys that are actually good on dirt show up at Eldora because it's not like you full throttle the whole corner. You have to actually have throttle control and know what line to run. I mean, I'm sure it's going to go to the wall eventually, but if you're going to be fast early, it's going to be probably right around the middle, I would guess. But yeah, we'll do some practice and get ready for that race. That's for sure.
All right, well, congratulations on the race win tonight, bud. You did that in commanding fashion.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it feels really good.
All right, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte. Good luck.
Thank you, Mick.
All right, finished third tonight with that number 48 Sunchips truck. We got Mr. Will Cloud.
How's it going, Mick?
Doing pretty good, bud. You were looking at the tailgate of the 35 and the 41 all night long.
Yeah, ever since the drop of the green flag, I think it was after lap 1 I was in third, and on that entire race I was basically third. I think we went like 80-ish laps without the first caution, I want to say. Maybe it was 60 something, but I honestly thought I was gonna win because I thought that the strategy I was on to one stop was gonna be much faster than the one that Dean and Zach were on. So I had very high hopes, and then the caution came out, and I was back to just running in third.
I think you were up to second for a very brief time, but Zach, he couldn't let you have it.
Yeah, I saved my tires more on that run, so I was able to pass some. But then the caution came out, and I had nothing on Dean or Zach on fresh tires. I just did not have that raw pace.
That last restart looked like you and Paul Irvin had a pretty epic battle for third.
Oh yeah, that was definitely really fun. We were both giving each other room and giving it everything. I was desperately trying to hold on to third, and thankfully I did.
Well, congratulations. We are off next week, but then we are at Charlotte the week after that. And then we got one more race before the playoffs start, and that's at the Eldora Dirt Track.
Oh, I am absolutely terrible at dirt, I'll say. So Eldora is not going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to Charlotte in 2 weeks then.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight. Anybody you'd like to give some shout outs to?
Give a shout out to Brady for being a good race control, Zach for being a great teammate, Dean for being the class of the field, and then 4Click Media and Pierce Graphics.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in 2 weeks in Charlotte.
Yep. See you then.
Coming home second tonight, the number 35, Zach Thornton.
Yep, it was. Wish I don't like race. I don't like finishing second. Nobody does, but overall, good race.
You had some opportunities there, but on all those restarts, it looked like Dean just got the best of you.
Yeah, it's just so powerful to have first place in those restarts like at this track. Like it's such a huge thing to have, and he just had so much. He just had more pace than me in the long run for the longer runs. Like I don't know how he's so quick, but he was like really quick, so I couldn't do anything. But whatever, still a good race. Second is really good. I shouldn't be very disappointed about it, but I am.
You guys were running a little bit different strategy, at least up until that first caution came out on lap 80. You guys were probably going to have to pit again around lap 90, but that kind of played into your favor, and it trapped quite a few guys a lap down.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting strategy. I think we'll maybe would have had a chance at the win if it would have not had any more cautions in the race, but just lucked out and we got a caution when we needed one. So it went all right. Yeah, just Dean had a lot of pace, so I just couldn't do anything with him. Like I couldn't pass him at all. And I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the setup. It isn't as loose as I usually like the Richmond setups to be. So I kind of felt a little bit limited in making moves or passing because you were really forced to the bottom lane.
Yeah, I kind of heard that from some of the drivers early on that this setup was a lot tighter than the Cup setup we ran last night.
Yeah, I Richmond is usually one of my best tracks. I always run really good here, so that's part of why I'm really disappointed to finish second. But I think the ultimate reason is just I don't know. It's a little bit tighter than I'm used to for here, and I just wasn't driving it great. I don't know.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. We are off next week, but then we're at Charlotte the week after that, and then our last race before the playoffs start is going to be Eldora Dirt. That could make or break some people's championships.
Eldora, disgusting.
Zach kind of felt the same way. Not Zach, Will.
Yeah, no, my dirt is too dirty.
We like it a little dirty sometimes.
Ugh. I don't know, man.
All right, bud.
Eldora is just not. I am. If you ask Will, he will tell you that I'm awful on dirt and stock cars. So this should be a really fun time in a few weeks.
Well, we will definitely see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte, where I'm sure you'll be a contender once again.
That will be a good one. Yeah.
All right, bud. Let's go ahead and get your shout-outs out of the way before we let you go.
Of course, go to shout out Brady Floyd for being a good race control as always. Will Cloud for being a good teammate as always, even though I wish he would have blocked Dean a little bit more. You for broadcasting, of course. Dean for putting it all on, and all my competitors for a clean race.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on second place, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks.
All right, see you then.
All right, I'm Mick Olofsson up in the booth at All the Dirt tonight. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. If you are looking for a place to race, check out Extreme Force Racing League on Facebook or check the Discord link in the show description. So for myself from All the Dirt and from Dean Qualley at the EFRL, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back in 2 weeks.